All right, so good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good day, whenever you are hearing this. If you don't know, for some reason, my name is Skuzzy. That is Skuz with two eyes, hopefully, like your face. Welcome to my YouTube channel, by the way. I'm still getting used to doing all that type of stuff. This is another story. I don't even know what I should call these things. Stories with schools stories, schools time, boobity bops. Couldn't tell you. If you got a good idea, let me know. Also, just to let you know what we going on, what we got going on. I have a clothing brand called Don't Ask About the Octopus. Buy stuff. It's right there for you if you want it. I'm always gonna be wearing something with it on because represent. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna tell you about the first time, and thank God the last time I've gotten booed off a stage. Right. So the year had to have been 2010, early 2010. So if you didn't know, I'm from Newport News, Virginia, and I went to Woodside High School. Now I got taken out my junior year because we relocated and they figured out. So I had to get the funk up out of there. At the time, I started rapping already, but I was rapping more seriously. I was already playing saxophone. I was in the band, always a musical young guy. So I had the opportunity to perform. They had this thing called Cafe Night at Bruton. That was pretty much through the band. Shout out to Miss Townsend. Hey, appreciate you. She was one who was in head of all that, and also was a big push for me positively to be more involved and go forward with those things. So that being said, right, I'm getting a little ahead of the story, but I had a group. Now I was rapping at the time as Scoozy Man, which sounds like the oddest superhero ever. Sounds like a very Diddy-esque superhero. And I was rapping with my two brothers, Alex at the time, A Rod, and then Andreas at the time, Mighty Shy. And shit you not, we had a rap group called the Pork Boys. Yeah, it sounds like a fucking joke because it is. But we were all very good at the time. So we were gonna come together to do the show. They found out I rapped out there. They was like, "Oh, you should do it." I'm like, "Bet, it's my first time performing." So I'm practice, heavy rehearsal. They seen me at rehearsal, was like, "Yo, dude, it's nice." Blah 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 blah. So one young lady in particular was also rapping, and she saw me and was like, "Yo, you're dope. I have an open verse on one of my songs. I would love to have you be a part of my set." So I'm like, "Bet, say less." Context, clues, right? I'm still learning at the time. So it's not like I just got hella free verses, excuse me, that I can just do and just plug in here. Like now I could do that no problem. That ain't no issue. At the time, it was an issue. I'm still writing down stuff. Oh, you're fine. Hey, what's up? Boop, boop, boopity boo. But anywho, at the time, I'm still writing things down on paper. I am learning how to memorize, et cetera, et cetera. So I didn't have anything ready to go. What up, player? Young dog homie has come into the mix. You gonna hear him do his little tap dance in a second. So, anyways, it's my first time. I'm like, okay, bet. So instead of just having something that I already knew, I'm like, I'm gonna write a brand new verse and I'm gonna memorize it in a couple days. Terrible idea, right? But I, put my mind to the test because I felt like I could do it. Not looking good, right? So every day I'm practicing till it gets to the day of the talent show, right? Or cafe night, talent show, same difference. There's no winner. Just everybody come out, you do your thing. So also at the same time I met a very good friend of mine, Paul Fife, right? Paul's from New York. And he was down there as well, also, plus the homies. So we're in the bathroom all practicing. I'm practicing so I gotta have my set ready, which we're closing. Plus, I gotta memorize this verse, which I'm not doing a good job of. Very, very nervous, right? So while we're going through the set, we're talking about things with our set where we're like, all right, we all got bandanas, right? When we get to a certain part, we're gonna tell the crowd to wave, yada, yada, yada. We're gonna do this when I say that, blah, blah, blah. Cool. We got the right things in mind, but I'm still working on this verse. So, it's time. It's the young lady's performance, right? And Paul, the homie, is also singing in her set too. So I get up on stage and I am just a bucket of nerves. Because keep in mind, the first time I'm ever supposed to rap is for my set. Now the first time I'm rapping on stage is for her set. Not a problem. until it was. So it gets to my point, right? She does her set. She's doing her part. My verse is coming up. You can see all the people who I was cool with at the school are very excited and ready to support me, right? So I go up there. And now, also context, right? There was this dude. I still don't know who the fuck this nigga is. I've seen him here and there over the years. But the nigga just kept popping up randomly, right? And not somebody that was saying stuff like I might be at lunch and I see this nigga like, or, you know, I'm in the bathroom and I see this nigga like, right? Just kind of popping up in places. So I see this nigga in the crowd and I'm like, the fuck? So I'm getting through my verse. Not well, by the way. I am inching my way. First bar, second bar, third bar, fourth bar. After that, I don't remember nothing. I couldn't think of nothing. I didn't have nothing. I'm just straight, just 8 miles. He's choking. Pause. Right? I don't got nothing. So instead of just removing myself from the situation, I'm just standing there like, rapper moves. So then everybody it's like a movie in the worst way. People are like trying to cheer me on, so they just start saying my name, but they're saying my government. So like, you can do it, Bruce, 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 Bruce. And it's getting worse. Now it's like this pressure, and then I just hear out of nowhere, boo, nigga, you suck. And I know who it was because it was the same nigga. And I saw it in his face. I saw it weeks ago from the first time I randomly saw that nigga. That was a premeditated boo. And, and then it just fucked me up. I was like, shut up. And I was done. There was nothing I could do after that point. No bullshit. I got off stage and I started pop locking. Terrible. And then my family left. They were supposed to be there to watch me. And they was like, yo, that was ass. We're going home. Family left. I'm just there. And I'm like, damn, I still got to do my set. And then I realized that wasn't that bad. It wasn't as world ending as I thought it would be to get booed quite literally off stage. Because to be fair, I didn't get booed off stage. I got booed and then I got off the stage, which is a whole different separation of events. So I went about my business, acknowledged. I was like, yeah, that sucked. Oh, another thing too, right? This is how real of a nigga Paul is with terrible timing. I'm getting booed. This nigga takes the flag out. Keep in mind, that's for our set later. This nigga come on, wave your flag. Wave your flag. It had no place in what was going on, but I appreciate the energy because he was trying to help a nigga out. And yeah, it was ass. That shit was terrible. Got off stage, was like, this ain't that bad. Got back on stage, did my set, killed it, and I caught the bug, and I've been doing it ever since. Now again, I want to be clear. I've never gotten booed after that, knock on wood, but I have had other mishaps, which I will probably talk about in later episodes and get-togethers, just like this one. So I hope that brought you some laughs. I hope it brought you maybe some confidence. Always, if you got any questions, feel free, leave a comment, hit me up, DM me, whatever. We could talk about it. I have a show coming up that I haven't announced yet, but maybe by the time this is out, we will have announced it on February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. Make sure y'all pulling out. And I think that's about it. Once again, my name is Scoozy. That's SKUZ with 2 I's. Again, always support the merch. Don't ask about the octopus unless you got questions. And drink water. Make sure the sun is going down. Take vitamin D. Pause.